The buzz around weight loss drugs like Ozempic has reached a fever pitch lately. But let's be honest, most weight loss supplements on the market have almost no real science to back them up. So, how can you know if Berberine delivers real results without wasting more money on another miracle pill that does absolutely nothing? Today, I'm breaking down exactly what the research says happens to your metabolism and your gut when you take Berberine for 30 days. As a functional medicine doctor, I've spent the last 15 years helping people navigate metabolic health and find solutions that actually work. Berberine is one of those tools that gets a lot of hype, but the clinical reality is actually even more intriguing than the headlines. In this video, we're going to look at what's actually happening under the hood when you take this powerhouse nutraceutical. We'll dive into exactly what happens in your body during those first 30 days, starting with why everyone is calling this nature's Ozempic in the first place. But before we get into the 30-day timeline, we have to answer the question, what actually is Berberine? It's become one of the most popular nutraceuticals in the weight loss conversation, but it isn't some new fad discovered in a lab. It's been on the health scene for thousands of years. Berberine is a natural compound found in a variety of plants, including golden seal, Oregon grape, tree turmeric, and barberry. While it's trending now, the science behind it is massive. If you did a quick literature search today, you'd find over 20,000 research articles published about Berberine since 2020 alone, and hundreds more before that. One of the biggest highlights from all that research comes from a 2012 meta-analysis of 14 different studies. They looked at over 1,000 people and found that Berberine was able to help with blood sugar control just as effectively as the common diabetes medication metformin, but with far fewer side effects. That is a bold claim, but as we look at what happens in the first 30 days, you'll see exactly how Berberine achieves this. The first major shift you'll notice in your body happens within the first week. Your blood sugar begins to balance. Think of Berberine as the Goldilocks nutraceutical for glucose. You probably remember the children's fairy tale of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. She didn't want the porridge too hot or too cold. She wanted it just right. Well, your body wants your blood sugar in that same just right range. When it's too high, you're in a pro-inflammatory state. When it's too low, you feel shaky and lightheaded. Berberine helps keep your blood sugar and insulin levels from swinging between those extremes. When your blood sugar stays balanced, it doesn't just help you lose fat and prevent health problems like type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, it changes how you feel right now. If you've struggled with fatigue, mid-afternoon mood swings, anxiety, brain fog, or even insomnia, those are often just symptoms of the glucose roller coaster. As Berberine works to lower your fasting glucose, fasting insulin, and hemoglobin A1C, those symptoms often begin to dissipate. Stabilizing your glucose is the foundation of everything else we're going to talk about today. As you continue to take it, Berberine starts to work on a deep cellular level by activating what's known as the master metabolic switch. This is a regulatory compound called adenosine monophosphate kinase, or AMPK. AMPK is found in your fat and muscle cells. When it's activated, it tells your body to stop storing fat and start burning it. Improving your metabolism on a cellular level is critical because as we age, our metabolism tends to slow down alongside hormones like testosterone and thyroid hormone. By activating AMPK, Berberine improves the breakdown of fats for energy. This process happens in the mitochondria, the powerhouse of your cells. Think of it like upgrading the engine in your car. Instead of being sluggish and inefficient, your body becomes better at utilizing fuel. This results in more consistent physical energy, better mental focus, and increased stamina. You aren't just losing weight, you are actually improving your cellular health and insulin sensitivity. This brings us to the part everyone wants to know about, GLP-1 production. This is where Berberine earned its title, nature's Ozempic. By the way, if you're wondering exactly how to layer Berberine into a healthy fat loss protocol, I've actually put together a free functional fat loss trio PDF. It breaks down my top 3 favorite tools for this, and I'll tell you how to grab that in just a second. GLP-1 is a hormone made in your gut when you eat. It sends a signal to your pancreas to release insulin, which tells your cells to take in glucose from your blood. This is why GLP-1 agonist medications were originally developed for type 2 diabetes. But GLP-1 also improves satiety, that sense that you've had enough to eat, by activating certain areas in your brain. It also slows down gastric emptying, which is how quickly food moves from your stomach to your intestines. This keeps you feeling full longer, which naturally lowers appetite and food cravings. Scientists are hunting for safe and effective ways to boost this hormone because metabolic syndrome, the collection of diseases like high blood pressure, excess belly fat, and high blood sugar, is a precursor for 9 of the top 10 causes of death in the US. Berberine has been shown to boost GLP-1 naturally, helping you achieve healthy fat loss without the hefty price tag or intensity of prescription injections. As you reach the end of your first 30 days, we start to see significant changes to your lipid profile, your cholesterol. Specifically, berberine is excellent at lowering LDL and triglycerides. In one study comparing metformin to berberine, researchers found that when it came to regulating lipid metabolism, berberine actually performed better. It does this in a very cool way. It increases the LDL receptor activity in your liver. Think of these receptors like little vacuum cleaners that suck the potentially inflammatory cholesterol out of your blood. Berberine also decreases a protein called PSCK9. By reducing this protein, berberine helps keep those vacuum cleaners active and working longer. It even helps reduce the activity of lipoprotein lipase, an enzyme that can lead to excessive fat accumulation in the blood. So by the end of the month, your blood is literally getting cleaner and your cardiovascular risk is going down. Finally, we have to talk about your gut. One of the most profound things berberine does over 30 days is shift your microbiome for the better. By the way, I get asked all the time which brands of berberine I actually trust and take myself, so I've included links to my favorite practitioner-grade versions inside that fat loss trio guide I mentioned earlier. And when you order it through my Fullscript dispensary, you'll get a nice surprise. So be sure to check it out in the video description. All right, back to the bugs. Your microbiome is a life-sustaining partner to your cells. When it's imbalanced, a state we call dysbiosis, it causes inflammation, gas, bloating, and even depression. Berberine acts almost like a garden weeder. It helps get rid of unhelpful microbes like Candida yeast, which causes reflux and skin issues like eczema. But it doesn't just kill the bad stuff, it feeds the good stuff too. It increases the production of short-chain fatty acids, which are the primary energy source for your intestinal cells. Most importantly, it boosts a very special bacteria called Akkermansia muciniphila. A recently published human trial found that supplementing with Akkermansia, which berberine helps flourish, decreased body weight by an average of 5 pounds and decreased hip circumference by an inch in just 3 months, without the participants changing their diet or exercise. Akkermansia produces butyrate, which further boosts GLP-1 and balances blood sugar. It even helps reverse leaky gut, which is a trigger for everything from autoimmune issues to acne. So what happens when you've taken berberine for 30 days? You've stabilized your blood sugar, flipped your master metabolic switch, boosted your natural GLP-1, cleaned up your cholesterol, and started a major renovation of your gut microbiome. Understanding the science is the first step, but having a plan is how you actually see those results. If you want to see exactly how I use berberine alongside my other top metabolic tools, go ahead and download that free Functional Fat Loss Trio PDF. I've linked it right at the top of the description for you. It includes details like dose and timing, as well as links to the specific high-quality berberine and Akkermansia supplements we talked about today, so you don't have to guess if you're getting the right thing. Go ahead and grab that now, and I'll see you in the next video.